Good morning, everyone. Kumusta ang weekend nyo? We will discuss today about contemporary art practices in the Philippines. Before we tackle that, let's have first a review. What do we mean by national artist? National artist, we all know that this is a Filipino citizen awarded the Order of National Artist. And given the wearable award called insignia of the Order of the National Artist, which is proclaimed under Presidential Proclamation number 1001 in 1972. There are differences between national artists and GAMABA. What are the differences between the two? When we say national artist, this is a Filipino citizen who has been given the rank, as what I said, or a title of national artist as recognition of his or her significant contributions to the development of Philippine arts and letters. However, Gamaba or Gawad sa Manlilikha ng Bayan, this is a significant mark in folk and traditional arts who have reached a high level of technical skills and artistic excellence. And this is institutionalized under Republic Act 7355. And the national artists, the categories are in the fields of common art forms like singing, dancing. However, the Gamaba, the categories or the fields under Gamaba is about folk culture and traditional culture. And lastly, national artist that is administered by NCCA and CCP. There are also process of nomination and conferment of the order, right? We have 5. What are those 5? First, the announcement of the nomination, that is number 1. Number 2, after the nomination, we have the screening and deliberation. After that process, number 3 is the recommendation to the president. Number 4, the president issues the proclamation conferring the rank and the title on the recommendation. So that is the recommendation. And lastly, that is already the ceremony in order to give the award national artist. Next, Gamaba. Let's see if someone is joining. Okay, Gamaba, it is under Republic Act 7355 on April 1992. Aside from that, this is, as what I said a while ago, it is an honor or award to the Filipino artists who have made significant mark in folk and traditional arts, and also have reached a high level of technical skill and artistic excellence. This is also what we call National Living Treasures Award. So the categories, the folk architecture, maritime transport, weaving, we have carving, performing arts, literature, graphic, and plastic arts, also ornament, textile, fiber art, pottery, and other artistic expressions of traditional culture. The first award of Gamaba is in 1993 to the 3 outstanding artists in music and poetry. So yun yung gawad sa manlilikha ng bayan. After going through this module, now we will tackle the different practices of contemporary arts here in the Philippines. I expect that you're going to conceptualize contemporary art based on techniques and performance practices in their locality. And second, researches on techniques and performance practices applied to contemporary arts. Next. I already gave you this activity where you answered the two questions. First, have you ever joined a singing or a dance contest in your school or barangay, or attended various festivals and rituals in the Philippines? So, have you ever joined? If yes, it's good to you. It's good to know. If not, now we're going to discuss today what are the connection of these practices in our contemporary arts. And the second question, what are the connections of these practices in our contemporary arts? That was your activity. I'm going to read the number one sentence, the first sentence. One way of preserving and promoting the arts in the various regions of the Philippines is by practicing it as often as possible. Contemporary art practices are actual practices of the arts in everyday life. That is according to Perez in 2016. Now, this is the connection of the first question in activity one to the second question. If you already attended a annual event or celebration or joined a competition at school or barangay, you are already preserving and promoting the arts in your region. Because if we are practicing it as often as possible, or it could be a regular practices, it will be a big help to preserve and promote our contemporary arts because we are doing it. According to Perez in 2016 also said that contemporary art practices are expressed in different ways by an individual or by a collaboration of several artists. Perhaps one collaborative art that is very common to every region is the festival. A festival may be composed of various events such as street dancing, singing competitions, architectural decorations like floats, and a lot more. So here, even in singing or dance contest in our school or barangay is just an evidence or one evidence of the actual practice of arts. Through holding different annual cultural and literary competitions, this is like in festival, we are already helping, as what I said, we are helping in the promotion and preservation of arts. Here we have different ways, as what Paris said in 2016. By an individual, we already gave examples of individual who are doing this contemporary arts. In the field of singing, we have Leia Salonga. Who else? Charis Pimpenko. Those are examples of individual who express different way of um, contemporary art practices. In collaboration of several artists, we have different groups in singing, dancing, El Gama Pinumbra. In singing, we have introverse and different, Parokya ni Edgar. There are lots of groups who shows um, contemporary art forms. Now, we're going to discuss different festivals that's celebrated in our country. We all know that Philippines have various kinds of festivals. Now, once we join festivals, we are already helping the promotion and preservation of arts. Also, it could last between a day or by an entire month. Philippine festivals are huge cultural celebrations that attract not just locally but also foreign tourists due to its colorful and festive nature. Third sentence, because of Spain's Catholic influence dating back to the mid 1500s, most of these festivals are usually religious in nature, while others are meant to commemorate important events in the history. If I haven't mistaken, 1565, nung nasakop tayo when Spain invaded the Philippines. And because of that, we are influenced by the Catholicism. Ito na yon. So, most of the festivals that we are celebrated are usually religious in nature because of the influence of Spain's Catholicism. And also, we're going to discuss examples of festivals which are celebrated here in the Philippines. First is Ati-Atihan Festival. It is celebrated during third weekend of January in Calibo, Aklan. Ati-Atihan. Ito. As what you observe, there are colorful and festive nature. Also, nagpipaint sila sa katawan. So, what are the meaning? Bakit ginagawa ito during Ati-Atihan Festival? Saan kaya dinerive ito? I'm going to read. The Ati-Atihan Festival is a Philippine festival held annually in January in honor of the Santo Niño in several towns of the province of Aklan, Panay Island. The biggest celebration is held during the third Sunday of January in the town of Calibo, the province capital. So, capital ng Aklan is Calibo. Now, this is celebrated to honor, okay, we have Azita. Hi, Azita. Good morning. You can unmute your microphone. Are you busy? Okay, and we have Gerald. Okay. So I already started because I thought busy ang lahat, so I already started at exactly 8 o'clock. But it's okay. Now, I'm going to ask you first. Hello, good morning. Kindly unmute your microphone, Azita.
Good morning, ma'am.
Okay, good morning. Okay. I will just ask you because I already started recording about Ati-Atihan Festival. We are already in Ati-Atihan Festival. Now, I have here questions in activity 1. I know you already answered this. The question is, have you ever joined a singing or a dance contest in your school or barangay or attended various festivals and rituals in the Philippines? Have you ever tried, Azita?
Hindi pa po, ma'am.
Okay.
Nanonood lang po ako.
Nanonood lang. Okay. So, kahit na nanonood lang, do you think, what are the connections of these practices na kapag sumali ka sa mga festival, sa mga competition in your school or barangay? Anong connection nito sa contemporary arts natin? Sa tingin mo? Azita? Okay, unmute your microphone.
Mga culture po, ma'am.
Okay, very good. It's about the culture, right? Now, kapag ginagawa natin tong festival, ulitin ko yung sinabi ko kanina, na this is one way of preserving and promoting our contemporary arts. Kasi once na ginagawa natin to regularly, na nagiging practices na natin, it is already the promotion and preservation of our arts here in the Philippines. So, yun yung connection nila. Ayan, balikan mo na lang doon yung recording natin, no? Now, let's
Yes
move
po.
to the Ati-Atihan festivals. Now here, dinidiscuss kasi natin ngayon is about examples of contemporary art form practices natin. We have festivals. We are celebrating festivals. Most of these kasi because of the influence of Spain's Catholicism. 'Di ba? They invaded us in the year 1565, kung hindi ako nagkakamali. And kaya kadalasan ng mga festival na sineselebrate natin ay usually religious in nature. And also others are meant to commemorate important events in the history. Kaya natin ginagawa kaya na sineselebrate yung mga festival. Meron dito, under festival, we have street dancing, singing competition, architectural decorations like floats, di ba? Meron tayong iba't ibang klase ng festival sa Pilipinas. Kanina, yung Ati-Atihan Festival, we have Bangus Festival, Tuna Festival, different festivals in almost all the regions here in the Philippines. Kaya nag-a-attract to not just locally but also foreign tourists na pumunta to witness our festive and colorful festivals. That is, okay, here, Ati-Atihan Festival. It is celebrated during third weekend of January in Kalibo, Aklan. Okay, basahin ko ulit. The Ati-Atihan Festival is a Philippine festival held annually in January in honor of the Santo Niño in several towns of the province of Aklan, Panay Island. Okay, so ginagawa to annually. When I say annually, taon-taon during January to give honor sa tinatawag na Santo Niño. Ito yung pinapaniwalaan especially ng mga Catholic na baby Jesus. Okay? The biggest celebration is held during the third Sunday of January in the town of Kalibo, the province capital. So, capital ng Aklan is Kalibo. So, sineselebrate siya in Kalibo. Aklan, actually, sineselebrate siya in the whole month of January. But the biggest celebration during third Sunday naman. The name Ati-Atihan, ito na yun, importanteng malaman nyo to. The name Ati-Atihan means to imitate ati. Ayun, pag sinabing ati, this is the local name of Aita people. So ginagaya ng mga tao in Kalibo Aklan, yung mga Aita para to commemorate or to imitate Aita people. Kaya sila nagpipintura sa katawan nila. The first settlers of Panay Island and other parts of the archipelago. They celebrated with dancing and music. So ito na yung mga different art forms natin. Kaya pala nagpo-promote na rin tayo tsaka preserve natin yung contemporary arts natin dahil dito sa mga practices. Dahil sa festival, under festival, we have different collaboration of different arts, with the Borneans having painted their bodies with soot to show their gratefulness and camaraderie with the Aita people who had dark skin. Kaya yon, to imitate ati, kinukulayan nila ng itim yung balat nila. Later on, after years ago, the festivity was given a different meaning by the church by celebrating the acceptance of the Christianity. So dati, sineselebrate yung Ati-Atihan Festival para ipakita yung gratefulness and camaraderie nila to the Aita people. But after years ago, pinalitan ito ng church by celebrating the acceptance of Christianity, as symbolized by carrying an image of the Holy Child or Infant Jesus, sabi nga nila, during the procession. Okay, may procession na sila na buhat-buhat yung Santo Niño. The festival consists of religious processions and street parades. Ito na yung inaabangan ng marami. Showcasing themed floats. Yan, gumagawa sila ng floats. Dancing groups wearing colorful costumes. Marching bands and people sporting face and body paints. So, maraming mga activities rin. So, that is Ati-Atihan Festival. Another example is Sinulog Festival. Ito ay tinatawag ring mother of all festivals. Bakit? Mamaya, discuss natin. This is also celebrated during the third weekend of January in Cebu City. Millions of people participated in Cebu City last Sunday to celebrate the Sinulog Festival, one of the most famous festivals in the Philippines. It was attended not only by Filipinos but people coming from different parts of the globe also went to witness the celebration. Yun din yung sinabi ko kanina na nag-a-attract yung mga festivals natin, not just locally but also foreign tourists. The magnificence of the festival made Filipinas, as well as our fellow Asians, refer to it as mother of all festivals. Kaya siya sikat. From the colorful and well-made costumes of the dancers, to the beautiful dances, and to the music brought by the drums, gumagamit ng drums, trumpets, and the native gongs. The Sinulog Festival never ceases to amaze its audience. So that is the Sinulog Festival, the mother of all festivals. Third example is Dinagyang Festival, and celebrated during fourth weekend of January in Iloilo City. Kindly read, Azita.
Dinagyang is one of the most awaited festival in the Philippines because of this fun, lively, and colorful celebration. Here are some of the fun activities. First, floats parade or lights. Second, festive parade sponsors Mardi Gras. Third, Dinagyang 360-degree trip competition. Fourth, Ilonggo Dinagyang Arts Festival. Fifth, Miss Iloilo pageant. Six, Ilonggo Food Festival. And seven, Tambor, Trampa, Mastra, and Musika.
Okay, thank you. That is 360 tribe competition. Kasi sa Dinagyang Festival, meron kasi sa Iloilo ng different tribes, mga grupo. So kaya tinawag na 360-degree tribe competition because this is a competition between different tribes. Kung hindi ako nagkakamali, 7 or 8 tribes ito na nagko-compete. Okay. This is one of the most awaited festivals here in the Philippines dahil it's fun, lively, and colorful celebration. Take note of that. Ito nga, yung mga fun activities nila. They are also making floats every year, every fourth weekend of January. Ayan, may floats, float parade of lights. Ito, festive parade sponsors Mardi Gras. When we say Mardi Gras, ito yung, kung hindi ako nagkakamali, yung pinapatong sa ulo. Yan. Dinagyan 360-degree tribe competition. Ito na yung competition ng different tribes. Pagandahan sila. Ilonggo Dinagyang Art Festival. And they also have Miss Iloilo pageant. Ilonggo Food Festival. And yan nga yung tambor, trumba, marcha, musika. Yan. Next is Panagbinga Festival. Saan ito sineselebrate? Alam ko, alam nyo ito kasi inaabangan din to ng marami. Hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas, but also Asian and international. Okay, Panagbinga Festival is celebrated in Baguio during February, whole month of February. Panagbinga is a local Kankanaay term in Cordillera. Kankanaay, ito ay local language or anong tawag na sa local language? Dialect in Cordillera, which means a season of blossoming. Kaya pala puro bulaklak. Season for blossoming. Panagbinga Festival is a month-long festival in Baguio. Tourists flock to the city during this time to watch the Grand Float Parade, which features giant floats and different characters made of flowers. Ayan na, itong pinaka-inaabangan nila. Kasi ito yung competition na gumagawa sila ng float, parada ng mga floats na merong different characters na gawa sa mga bulaklak. Many celebrities also perform here. May mga artista tayo, may mga dancers, singers na nagpe-perform during these festivals. Because of this, Panagbinga has become a famous festival in the Philippines. The main highlights are Grand Street Dance Parade, and yung sayaw habang nagpaparada, and Grand Float Parade. Next is Moriones Festival. This is celebrated during Holy Week in Buak, Gasan, and Mogpog, Marinduque. Ayan. Napapansin nyo yung mga suot nila? Nakamaskara. Andito na rin andito na rin si Gerald. Okay, unlike other festivals in the Philippines, Marianas Festival is according to religious sectors. O napapansin nyo, kadalasan ng mga nadi-discuss natin is religious in nature. Not a festive occasion. Dito festive occasion. This religious festival is a traditional activity held every Holy Week in the island province of Marinduque in the Philippines. Moriones is derived from the word morion. Itago natin yung ano muna natin. Which means mask or visor. Hence, the mask in the Moriones festival costume. This religious festival is the reenactment of the biblical story of a Roman soldier whose one eye was blind named Longinus. The main highlights are the parade of Morions, Moriones festival dance, and short acts reenactment what happened during the time of Longinus. So in this festival, hindi ito for fun but also to commemorate the history or the biblical story about a soldier named Longinus. Next festival, Aliwan Fiesta, celebrated last weekend of April in Pasay City, Manila. Si Gerald, nagpaalam pala si Gerald kaya may ginagawa. Kaya hindi siya makapag-recite. Azita, kindly read again.
Aliwan Festa is an annual event that gathers different cultural festivals of Philippines in Star City complex in Pasay, wherein contingents compete in the dance parade and float competition. Organized by Manila Broadcasting Company, NBC, together with Cultural Center of the Philippines, CCP, and the cities of Manila and Pasay. The event dubbed as the Philippine Grandest Festa with prizes totaling 3 million Aliwan Festa, which began in 2003, aims to showcase the different Philippines cultures and heritage not only to the people in Metro Manila but also to the rest of the world. Aliwan is the Tagalog word for entertainment or amusement.
Okay, very good. Kaya tinawag na aliwan sa Tagalog, di ba? Entertain or amuse. Entertainment or amusement. So this is the most granding fiesta dito. Why? Kasi merong competition wherein there are prizes, total of 3 million or roughly 70,000 US dollars. Di ba malaki? But it is only began in 2003 na to aim to showcase the different Filipino cultures and heritage not only to the people in Metro Manila but also to the rest of the world. So yan, in grande ang Aliwan Fiesta. Next fiesta, Pahiyas Festival, celebrated in the 15th day of May in Lukban, Quezon. Okay, isa rin to sa mga masayang festival. This is an annual celebration to pay homage to San Isidro Labrador. So, isa na naman sa mga um, na-adapt ng mga Pilipino sa mga Espanyol. Ito yung mga tinatawag ding mga pagano. Do you know pagan or pagan? Ito yung mga taong um, sumasamba sa mga iba't ibang larawan, ribulto o pwede rin sa mga nature. Halimbawa, yung araw, sinasamba nila mga hinulmang mga bato, ba? Mga in-sculpt na mga kahoy. So, kinakuha 'yon ng mga tao sa mga pagano. This is an annual celebration again to pay homage to San Isidro Labrador, the patron saint of farmers. Okay, yung santo ng mga ng mga farmers. Ginagawa ito kasi kapag maganda yung harvest nila, kumbaga to give thanks to their patron, to their San Isidro Labrador. This is for a bountiful harvest in town. So it's one of the 10 examples of religious festivals in the Philippines. Yun yung sinabi ko. Houses are decorated with the town's best agricultural products. Ayan, yung mga bahay nila, nilalagyan ng colorful keepings. When we say keepings, a traditional Filipino leaf-shaped wafer made from glutinous rice. O, di ba? Napaka-artistic. The main highlights are early morning procession in honor of San Isidro Labrador and free food for everyone and the colorful houses decorated with keeping. Okay, maganda palang pumunta dito. May free food. Next is Pintados Festival, celebrated during 29th day of June in Tacloban City. Pintados Festival. Napapansin natin, this picture, kaya tinawag na pintados kasi parang pinintahan yung katawan. Pintados Festival is a cultural, religious celebration. Not just religious but also cultural. Celebration in Tacloban based on the body painting traditions of the ancient tattooed or pintados warriors. Okay, so tinatato nila yung katawan nila. In 1986, the Pintados Foundation Incorporated was formed by the people of Tacloban to organize this festival in honor of Señor Santo Niño. So, ito na naman to give thanks to the Santo at Santa. Next is Kadayawan Festival. Third week of August in Davao City. The festival's name is derived from Mandayo word Madayaw, meaning treasured or valuable, with value. As the locals use this time to give thanks to the season's bountiful harvest. So parang the same lang siya sa kanina. To give thanks para sa maganda nila at maraming harvest. Back in today, the ethnic tribes of Davao would come together to celebrate abundant crops, performing rituals. May mga rituals sila. Ano ba yung tinatawag nating rituals nga pala? Do you have an idea about this, Azita? Pag sinabi nating rituals, ano ba to?
Yung mga sinasabi po nila kung may festival.
Yung mga sinasabi, pwede. That is also a ritual. Pero pag sinabi kasi nating ritual, hindi lang ito yung ritual na yung parang dasal na tinatawag nila. Pero yung sinasabi nating ritual, according to Perez 2016, sinabi rin niya na when we say rituals, this is the annual or practices na ginagawa natin regularly. It could be annually, and even every day in our daily lives. Yun yung tinatawag nating ritual. Yung parang, ano na natin, parang naka-schedule na gawin natin palagi. That is ritual. That paid, ito na yung sa festival nila, this is performing rituals that paid tribute to the nature gods. Ito na yung sinasabi ko from Pagano, mga gods and goddesses. Hindi sila naniniwala sa isang Diyos. Yun yung ano nila. They used to display fruits, vegetables, flowers, rice, and corn grains on their mats and at the front of their houses as sign of respect for the great year they have had. They used to sing and dance as well, much like what they do today. Ayan. So, yan yung mga art forms na ginagawa nila. They have singing and dancing as well. Next is Mascara Festival, 19th day of October. Mas-kara. There are two words, mas and kara. Pag sinabing mas, masa, marami, di ba? And kara, ibig sabihin ng kara ay mukha. Ibig sabihin, maraming mukha. Tinatawag din to na smiling festival, kung hindi ako nagkakamali. Ito. Mascara Festival is very popular festival in the Philippines. Mascara is derived from the words mas, meaning many, and kara, meaning faces. Thus, calling it Festival of Many Faces. Kaya nagsusuot din sila ng mascara with smiling faces. Many tourists visit Bacolod in October to witness this grand Filipino cultural festival, being known as the City of Smiles. Ayan, ang Bacolod pala, City of Smiles, kasi lahat doon sila nakangiti. Bacolod parades, or here being known as the City of Smiles, Bacolod parades many smiling masks worn by the locals during this festival in the Philippines. So lahat sila nakasuot ng smiling mask. Okay, so those are different examples of mascara, of festivals, I should say. So, na-discuss natin, 10 yun. Kindly give some na na-discuss natin. Andito na ba si... Hindi pala siya pwede. So, 3 lang tayong nandito. Kindly give some examples na na-discuss natin, Azita.
Sa ano po, ma'am? Sa
Na mga festival. We have...
kaday, kadayahan, ati-atihan.
Okay, thank you. Yun.
In that,
Meron pa? Meron pa?
pinagbenga po.
Okay, very good. So, iyon lang yung ibang example. Marami pa, 'di ba? Sinabi ko merong Bangus Festival, Tuna Festival, different festival. Kahit dito nga lang sa region natin, marami na. Okay. Yung kanina, sinabi ko yung ritual. Ito, madidiscuss natin siya. Mababasa natin. Ito. Meanwhile, according to Perez in 2016, rituals or rites are also examples of Philippine folk tradition and art, practiced in almost every region. They are a series of ceremonies or prescribed actions performed for specific purposes. Moreover, Perez in 2016 also states that rituals are found in ordinary or everyday life. So, kaya tinawag siya na na ritual kasi lagi natin siyang pinapractice, ginagawa. He also explains that there is a belief about interrelationship of man, nature, and spirit world, and that balance must be maintained to achieve the state of order and harmony. Kaya ginagawa itong mga festivals. Ito yung paniniwala because of the influence of Catholicism of Spain. Now, those are the festivals mentioned are just some of the many festivals in various regions. This is to provide, wait lang, Azita, why do you think ginagawa itong festival maliban sa promotion and preservation of arts? Sa tingin mo?
Sa tingin ko po, para po ipakita yung mga regions po, bawat Pilipino po.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, para ipakita yung culture natin. Tama nga naman. And also, para rin, 'di ba tayo, Pilipino, normal sa atin na maraming problema, na nakaka-stress, 'di ba? So, para konting makalimot na kahit na may problem, dapat pa ring magsaya. So, this is only a way to escape for the Filipinos by providing them with artistic wonders. So, yun din yun. Now, on Wednesday, sasabihin ko na rin this activity natin. You have to name at least 3 celebrations in your region. Sa region natin, Region 1. And describe the activities that showcase different arts in your region. This is to be posted on Wednesday. So to sum it up, we discussed about festivals, the contemporary art practices in the Philippines. Actually, hindi lang tumutukoy ito sa festivals kapag mga art practices. Tulad ng sinasabi ko, yung ginagawa natin annually, lagi nating ginagawa na sa mga art form. Kahit in simply participating or joining school and barangay competition in arts. Diba? Painting, diba? May ginagawa tayo doon. Poetry, singing, dance contest. We have different art forms na ginagawa natin in order to promote and preserve our arts in our various regions. These are the references that we had. Okay, do you have any questions about our discussion? May mga tanong pa ba?
Wala na po, ma'am.
Okay, wala na. How about Gerald? Do you have any questions? Okay, baka ano pa siya, naka-third in siya. Pero kanina kasi nagsabi siya na, nag-message na siya kanina. So, that is about contemporary art practices in the Philippines. So, prepare na lang kayo sa, natin, sa activity natin on Wednesday. And maliban doon, stop sharing ko na. Ayun, para hindi kayo maipunan sa mga activities natin, pwede na, dandahanin nyo, gawin nyo every week. Sa mga hindi naka-attend ngayon, it's okay kasi meron naman tayong i-upload na recording ng discussion natin today. So that's all. No more questions, are you sure? No more questions, okay? Goodbye everyone. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ren. God bless.